This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Glitter and Lasers. Woo! And we're gonna watch her newest video, which is 4 days old as of today, which is, my battery's gonna die, which is September the 19th. So now you know what I know. Before we get into this, I want to say I highly recommend that you go and watch Colin Mockery's video on this, because Colin did an excellent job of not only breaking the video down. There's not a ton here. I've already seen it once and I watched his breakdown of it. However, Colin really did his research when it came to this woman that we're going to meet and her lymph church stuff and the weird rambling woo-woo bullshit that she's selling, right? Colin's done a really good job of breaking that down, and my first thought was I wanted to react to Colin's video, but it's a good video and I don't want to do that. I think you guys should go watch it instead. If you watch it instead of watching this video, that's fine too, because I think it's a good video, and I will link it in the description down below. But Colin did a really good job. I will probably be referring to some of the stuff that Colin dug up on this woman, and that's just because he did a really good job. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It is beautiful watching a skeptic at work. Love it. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. We're not done up for spooky season because the black eyeliner that I'm using, or was using, apparently really irritates the F out of my eyes, and I need a moment to recover. So there you go. If you were here for the live that would have been yesterday, the 18th, you know I did my face up. Enough talk about that. All right. Anna. Things we talked about yesterday in the live. Anna as an influencer, right? And Anna's manipulation of her audience as an influencer. And one of the things that I want to talk about, we're going to talk about it, I think it's a good topic to talk about here, is the commodification of obesity that Anna participates in, right? Anna's whole brand is being an obese woman, right? And so Anna uses that identity to sell things to her audience, especially her audience who happen to be plus sized. Anna has recently shifted that identity to being a woman who has lymphedema. Yeah, lymphedema. God damn it. Lipodema. She has a lipodema, right? But she keeps telling us that she has stage 4, which more than one person has mentioned. If you have stage 4, it's lympholipedema, which means you have lymphedema as well as lipedema. I hate both of those words, by the way. Whoever came up with them needs to be slapped. Anyhow, Anna recently put up a post denying that she has lymphedema. However, she has mentioned at least once from her own mouth that she has lymphedema. And Dr. Amron mentioned, I believe, that she has lymphedema along with the lymphedema, because again, that's stage 4. We learned that from Jordan Underwood and, you know, the internet. But as Anna has also told us, we should not believe the things that we read off of the internet. We should only believe the things that come out of her mouth, which she is just parodying the things that she heard from Dr. Amron and now from this woman. So even though Anna likes to contradict herself, we should only believe what comes out of Anna's mouth. All right, anyway, if that's not, you know, I'm not editing that. You guys get to watch me stumble over that all on your own. I hope you enjoy it. Like it. This video is 4 days old, and it has 17K views and 902 likes. She has 2.3 million subscribers on this channel. I'm just saying, Anyway, so Anna says, come with me to an MLD massage. In this video, we dive deep into the benefits of manual lymphatic drainage massages, especially for those recovering from lymphedema surgery and dealing with a lymphatic issue like I do. So do you have lymphedema or not, Anna? MLD is a gentle, specialized massage technique that helps to reduce swelling, improve lymph flow, and support your body's natural healing process. Whether you're recovering from surgery or managing chronic lymphatic problems, MLD can make a significant difference in your journey to better health. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your questions or share your own experiences with lymphatic drainage. Thank you to Lee from Align Massage plus Lymphatics for joining me in this video. Her, Lee's stuff is down here, and then, you know, all of her stuff. One of the things Colin pointed out in his video, again linked below, is that the opinions on if MLD works for lipedema are mixed, but mostly saying no, it's not really a good treatment for lipedema. Lymphedema, it is recommended for. But also he said that it is recommended for post-liposuction. So the reason Anna would be getting this MLD massage at this point, she could argue, is for her surgery recovery. So there's that. Or she could just admit that she has lymphedema along with her lipedema, and then no one would be bringing it up. If you would just quit trying to be so fucking mysterious, Anna, people would quit questioning shit because there wouldn't be anything to question. Why is that difficult? Anyway, like dates. Just put dates in your video. Just do it. That way people don't have to come up with weird things about your timelines, okay? Anyway. I know she watches my videos, so. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up. Probably I don't need to. I'm going to speed it up anyway, but because this is not just a talking head video, it probably will move at a normal pace to begin with. However, I've sped it up to time and a quarter. It's basically 16-minute video. It's 15 and 59 minutes, or 59 seconds, so. I really did spend a long time yesterday on the live talking about influencers and manipulation and commodification of obesity. And I got into the weeds with it. We talked a little bit about Karl Marx, and we talked a little bit about post-feminism, and I told you, we got into it, all right? So if you're interested, go watch that. I will be doing a abbreviated version in an actual video for people, but not yet. So if you want to get ahead of the curve, go watch the live. Yes, it is 3 hours long. I apologize. Now, the reason I mention that is because I'm going to be bringing some of that stuff up in this video, only because Anna has taken a hard turn into, well, Anna's always been a shill, and in that, she's always been manipulative, right? Influencers are inherently manipulative. That's the point, right? And like I've said in a prior video is inherently manipulative. You're only going to see what I want you to see. Same thing with Anna. You're only going to see what she wants us to see, which is why people are like, why would you put that in a video? But anyway, here we are. But I am going to talk about manipulation. I'm going to talk about some manipulation tactics as they come up. We will talk a little bit about pseudoscience because Anna is participating in certain amounts of pseudoscience at this point. We started seeing it with Dr. Amron, and again, Colin was pointing this out a lot more detailed than I did. But Dr. Amron is definitely using some pseudoscience. He's using pseudoscience. I'm sorry, he's using pseudoscience. There you go. This woman's no different. Anna's repeating it. So Anna is also peddling pseudoscience, going back to commodification and influence, because Anna's whole shtick is to sell to her audience not only the story that she has no more burnable fat on her body, it's all lymphedema, She's also trying to sell Dr. Amron's services for liposuction as a treatment for lymphedema. And she is now selling this woman's, Lee's, lymphatic massages as treatments for lipedema and lymphedema, right? So in order to do that, she has to repeat back to us, the audience, the things that the doctors are doing. So she's actually doing a logical fallacy along with this, where she is deferring to authority here in a way that is incorrectly done, because sometimes in some situations both of these people are talking out of school. Anyway, it's convoluted. Okay, let's go.
Right now, we're kind of squeegeeing the fluid that sits just below the surface of the skin, and we're kind of guiding it towards the lymph nodes in the hip here.
So this is one of the parts of this process that you really need an expert for, because the bandaging process is no joke, and it's really important to you.
Okay, the color of these bandages tell us where in the timeline this video was made. Also, we've already seen at least one short where she was getting her legs wrapped by Lee. So, and that was like a month ago at this point. So this is in the past. And Anna does that. This is part of her docu-series that she's trying to do on her lymphedema treatment. So this is what we're getting. I'm just trying to tell you guys that this, because some people are very confused about her timeline, this is not recent time. This is past time. Even though this video is 4 days old, this video was all taken well in the past, okay? Anna has since tie-dyed her wraps, so they're not even this color anymore.
Feeling better. The reason I want to have you on camera today is because you've been a huge part of my journey. And you're also a huge part of a lot of people's journey, not only here at Align Massage, but also online. And so I thought, when people kept asking me about MLD, I'm like, I'm not the expert. I know some things happen, but I don't feel like a...
Doesn't stop you for talking like you're one. Just play that out.
Quick to talk about it. So what I thought was, you are the expert. And you talk about it so well that I would love for you to kind of just give me, at the highest level, what is manual lymphatic drainage? And then we'll talk about decongestive therapy, which I know is a whole other thing.
Totally. So manual lymphatic drainage is a light skin technique that really manipulates the lymphatic fluid that sits just below the surface of the skin. So after surgery, you've had a lot of fluid, right? Most people come in, they're swollen, they're painful, inflamed. And so stimulating the entire system to sort of help get that fluid back into circulation in the cardiovascular system. Once our lymph has been cleaned and filtered by the lymph nodes, it goes back into the body as plasma. So that's like the liquid component of our blood. Okay. And manual lymphatic drainage has like a really...
Yes, lymph fluid becomes blood through the lymphatic system, which returns filtered lymph fluid to the bloodstream. Okay. My other thought is, this sounds a lot like I don't like chiropractor. I don't like chiropractic. I'm sorry, I know I offend people when I say that, but I don't like it. This sounds very chiropractic-y to me. The whole like, oh, if I make every bone in your body pop and snap, you're gonna feel better. This sounds a lot like that. I know lymphatic massage is a thing. I just don't know how much of this woman's story, that I'm believing.
Powerful analgesic effect. So it's like a natural pain reliever. And so it really...
That's why I feel so good.
Yes, that's why you feel so good. So it really calms and soothes the nervous system and really dilates the lymphatic vessels and allows for that fluid return to happen a little bit more freely. It's really gentle, light, rhythmic. As you know, it's kind of that gentle pumping just on the surface. It's not painful or anything like that. We're not pushing fluid out of the incisions. And there's a couple different kinds of manual lymphatic drainage, or lymphatic drainage, I should say. There's clinical and cosmetic. So the clinical modalities, those are going to be Vaughter, Casely-Smith, Foldy. Oh man, I'm drilling myself here. There's a few.
Which do you practice? I'm just curious.
Water.
Water. I don't know. I don't know the differences even between them. But you don't have to worry about going.
But there's like a list of modalities, and then there's a cosmetic, and so it's just dependent upon what the goal is, the clinical outcome. And so for clinical lymphatic drainage, it's to lower inflammation, stimulate the entire system, combat that fluid, bring those fluid levels down, and just really calm and soothe. You know, the lymphatic system is like our immune system.
I think the challenge, and I fell victim to this, just to be really honest, is when you're looking for for MLD or lymphatic drainage, you kind of put it into Google, because that's like what we've been trained to do is like
Rabbi Google.
Dear Google, please guide me on my journey. But I did, and I would find traditional massage parlors, and I would be like, that sounds like seedy, but like spas, right? And I booked several appointments there, and what I've learned in working with you is that those were more cosmetic based. And that's why I never really got what I wanted out of those experiences, or what I thought I might get out of those.
I'm confused as to the use of the term cosmetic here. They haven't defined cosmetic, and they haven't really... She's kind of explained what makes it clinical, but the way she explained that it was clinical was just saying, oh, there's a couple different schools of thought for the clinical lymphatic massage, and I follow this particular school. Which, again, go watch Colin's video. He did digging into the guy that she says she was trained by, and oh boy. Anyway, I'm being very critical at this point, because I gave Anron the benefit of the doubt, and I should not have. And so I'm being hypercritical at this point, because that's what I should have been to begin with. So basically, I'm kind of trying to check everything she's saying, just because if it sounds like woo, it probably is. But so that's why I'm like lost on what they're defining cosmetic massage as. Where Anna's like, oh yeah, I went to a regular massage parlor or a regular spa, and for some reason massage parlors are seedy. And she's like, yeah, those were cosmetic in nature. Cosmetic to me means like surface level, like something that would affect the appearance, the overall appearance of you. I don't see how any form of massage is going to affect your overall appearance exactly. Like, I don't know. Cosmetic massage. It doesn't even come up. All right, anyway. I had to turn my AC on. Sorry, guys.
Experiences. And for a while, I was like, is this really worth doing? Because
it's just what it is.
Is this what it is? Like, everybody's so hype on it, but like, it's not doing anything for me. And that's because I wasn't doing the right type. So I would say, like, would be super helpful if you can share like what's a good way to help identify a clinical style of or like post-surgery style MLD, or maybe lymphedema or lipedema style MLD. How would you look for someone?
Sure.
If it's not Rabbi Google, then who?
So if it's specific to lymphedema or lipedema, you really want to look for a LANA certified lymphatic therapist. So I'm a certified lymphedema therapist, and so I really specialize in working with lymphatic disorders. And so that means the bandaging, the compression, which is so helpful.
And so unfun.
But it's really, I mean, it creates a container for your body so that it makes it easier for the lymphatic fluid to go back into circulation.
It does help.
Okay, the wrapping and stuff, I get. I understand that. Also, I watched Jordan Underwood. I know this shit works. That's fine. Cool.
I don't love it, but it does definitely help.
Well, it's because it's Texas summer, okay? I get it.
It's literally, I mall walked yesterday and I was like, God, I love AC.
Yeah, so looking for those certifications from a certified lymphatic therapist is really helpful for post-op services after lipedema surgery. But they don't have to have that as long as they've got the clinical training with a clinical method like Vodder or Foldy or Casey Smith.
And they should say that clearly on their website. You should be able to find out.
I feel like websites communicate the message that they're sending to their potential clients.
Okay.
When you land on a website, that website should be speaking.
I'm not questioning the websites. I'm questioning the clinical methods thing.
Speaking directly to you. Our website says what we do really well, and lipedema and lymphedema are on there.
Yep.
Or to manage your condition, working with a certified lymphedema therapist can help you achieve your goals and bring a little lymph love into your something process. again, Colin did some research into this, and lymphatic massage is not apparently really helpful for lipedema or lipedema. However, it is for lymphedema. Hate both of those words. So her claim here that she can use it to help with the lipedema is controversial, I guess would be the way to put it. But if she's talking about post-lipedema surgery, which is basically liposuction, then yes. But I feel like she should state that, because right now she's making it sound like if you have lipedema, she can help you. Because it's the lymphedema that is the fluid that she's talking about. Lipedema is the fat cells that Anna had sucked out of her legs.
Because we see a lot of those clients. And so it's like all of the protocols that we have and all the knowledge that we've acquired have come from our clients with lipedema and after surgery, and all of these amazing tips that you guys have gotten from each other as a community. And they bring those resources in and they're like, hey, I got these from, you know, this website, and this support group for lipedema told me about it, and what they're doing over in Europe is really incredible. And so a lot of those things have kind of come over to the US, and so we're implementing a lot of those practices. And so you just find your people. You look on their website and you're like, like this is what they do. Amazing. So
I can't argue with her there. If you're going to go to a doctor or any type of treatment, you probably want to read their website, because they're probably going to at least mention what their services are. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Basically, based on what you said, look for Lana certified.
If possible.
If
That's
possible.
the best.
Ideally.
But
Look for
there's
someone.
not a lot of
Atlanta certified? Why would it matter? Is she saying something else and I'm just not hearing it? Is that what's really happening? She's not actually saying Atlanta, she's saying something else, and I'm not catching what she's saying. There's a face. The body language here is very interesting.
of us out there.
I know. That's why I love that I found you.
Oh my
Look for Lana
God.
certified
I love that you're giving me a discount.
if you can. One of the 4 modalities of kind of treatment, you said you're certified in water.
Water method.
And then also look for the website. And if you don't see what you're trying to have work done on the website, it's probably not the place for you.
Yeah.
And
you
because
can
it's
always,
not a priority to them.
and
Right?
you can always call too. It's like, I
Mhm.
love when people call and they're just like, tell me what your credentials are. Tell me who you work with.
Mhm.
Like, do you work with this? Have you ever seen that? And I think that communicating and setting up those appointments in advance is so important, so that you're kind of coming into this therapeutic
Mhm.
relationship with somebody, and you've looked at their social media and their reviews, and you've just vetted them.
Oh, we
you know?
vetted.
I can't disagree. You want to know more about a service that you're going to be getting? do your research, Anna.
We vetted you.
We got to vet. We got to vet.
And I would also say, like with anything in the medical process, and it kind of sucks, but it's just reality, you have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be your
Anna loves to advocate for herself. Advocate.
own champion, your own researcher. I would say
Because you guys, if she didn't advocate for herself, people would just think that she was an obese woman. And she is not. None of this fat is burnable. There is no burnable fat on this woman.
one thing that's really great that I've seen is, again, relying on that community. Ask around. Who are people going to that they loved? They're probably going to have horror stories of people that did work, and they're also going to have great stories of people who did.
Yeah.
So I will say, if you are in Austin and you are looking for someone, do come to Align. She's not plugging herself, but I will plug her because I love her.
Because you're getting paid too.
Oh, thank you so much.
And what I
You're getting some kind of kickback for this.
love most about you is that you're actively training and helping other, massage therapists become familiar with the techniques required to deal with people post-operation for lymphedema and also manage lymphedema. And I think that is, for me, on this journey, been really important to find people that are not only focused on providing care for bodies like mine, but also furthering that care in the community. So I just want to say thank you for that, because
Peace.
I mean, I literally had someone watch me get wrapped, which was an experience, but I was like grateful, because then I know that like in a year or 2 years or however long it takes her to get to the point where she's confident doing that on her own, she will now be able to serve more people. And I think that's what all of this is about. It's just like furthering the care for our community.
Yeah, we got to rise that, like level up that standard of care.
And Anna is a saint among saints, because Anna is filming and sharing her entire journey for the sole purpose of inspiring other women to get lymphedema, to get their lymphedema treated before it gets to stage 4. And also, if you want to buy any of the stuff she's wearing, using, or go to the doctors that she's going to, she's got those listed down below. Just saying.
100%.
It's time.
It's time. Rising up.
You
Sorry.
leave that in.
So thank you so much. And what we're going to do today is, if you're cool with it, we're going to film the process.
Cool.
I am going to be wearing coverage for y'all. So parts of this, I will say, you get very comfortable being naked as part of this whole process, because I think it starts with once you get out of surgery and you're like buck naked and they're ripping on the gear and you're like, okay,
Yeah, here we go.
several people around me,
It's just a body.
it's just a body.
Well, it's just a body now.
But obviously for modesty, I will be wearing garments that I typically do not wear when being bandaged, but because I want to share it with y'all and I do not want to share that with y'all.
I know some. I've had massages, and I know some people like to do it in the nude. Don't care. I don't understand why it has to be in the nude. She's just bandaging your legs. Even if she wasn't. Well, I mean, I guess you would want to be able to take your underwear off, but I don't understand why it has to be in the nude.
Y'all. I want to share everything with you.
Yeah.
I will be wearing garments, but just to keep that in mind while you guys are seeing at least the bandaging part, you normally would not be wearing undergarments with that, because just you only captain underpants it with the compression gear.
That's right. That's good.
So you want to go ahead and get to the massage?
Yeah.
Amazing. Bam.
This is the foundation. This foam, we've got some cushion here for the joints just to make sure that there's no traction or friction there. So a nice cushion. These affix the foam to the limbs. Over and we start doing layer by layer of these short stretch bandages. Little effleurage to get started.
What does that mean?
So basically this is just communicating safety to your nervous system so that your lymphatic vessels can dilate.
I looked that up, and everything that I found on Google, it's Google. Lymphatic dilation is not good. But anyway, I know that's not what she's talking about, so.
Just
Doctors like this are why I have such a hard time trusting massage therapists, because it's so much gobbledygook, and I just have it makes it difficult for me to trust people in this field.
soothing, you know? We just get you set up. And then we always start the session here at the neck. This is where all the lymphatic fluid goes back into the system once it's been kind of cleaned and filtered by the lymph nodes.
Really?
And so we kind of press in here to create a little vacuum so that fluid starts to kind of spiral in.
So what are you doing right now?
Right now, we're kind of squeegeeing the fluid that sits just below the surface of the skin. And we're kind of guiding it towards the lymph nodes in the hip here, the
Okay.
inguinal lymph nodes. We're not working on your skin, we're working with your skin.
Gotcha.
So we're stretching, we're manipulating, and that's kind of creating an opportunity for that fluid that surrounds the cells in your body to actually get into the lymphatic system.
Can you like feel it actually moving towards there, or no? I don't know.
Sometimes, not in this moment, but I did pick up, like when I first started doing lymphatic massage, I had no sense of touch. Like, what does the fluid layer feel like?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell if tissue had a lot of fluid or a little bit of fluid, but the more that I did it and the more tissue that I touched, I was like, oh, it's very different. Yeah.
How much fluid do I have right now, based on your magic touch?
You've got a decent amount, but I mean an after surgery amount.
Okay. No, sorry. It's bullshit.
Okay.
An acceptable amount.
Acceptable.
But it'll be less after we drain.
I feel like
and
it's slowly been going down.
yeah.
So this is one of the parts of this process that you really like need an expert for, because
I actually really like this purple bra.
Because the bandaging process is no joke, and it's really important to you feeling better. And one thing I didn't know that I'm telling everybody because I felt so dumb the first night is when they fall down, that's the time for you to take them off. But that doesn't mean you don't have to get bandaged on your next appointment. It just means for this appointment, they've done your job, your inflammation's gone down a little bit, and you can go back to just a straight compression.
I was watching Mama Goob react to this, and apparently Mama Goob has had the same kind of therapy. And Mama Goob said that A, she had never heard of this before, and B, her bandages never fell off. So...
garment. I thought I had done something wrong when mine fell. I panic texted her, and I was like, oh no, they fell! And she's like, it's a good thing.
Yeah, less fluid.
Less fluid. Your body was healing.
And now we wrap it up a little tighter and a little tighter and
a little tighter.
I mean, I guess I could see that. I guess.
So.
I remember Jordan having problems with their wrappings coming off, but it was especially while they were walking. It didn't seem to happen while they were just kind of laying around because nothing was happening, but it seemed like once Jordan started walking, the wrappings would come undone if Jordan didn't have like a pair of pants over them or something, if that made sense.
Oh. Let's do it.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah, I done screwed up. And I forgot these, I don't know how I forgot them. They're like a stocking that you use in a base layer. And that's what you do when you put the compression garment over the bandages. When you don't have that base layer, there is another option where you can put the bandages over the compression garment. So that's what we're gonna do instead. I personally prefer it and find it more comfortable when it's all sucked in by a compression garment, but that's just not in our cards today, and that's okay. And that's because this is real life, and sometimes I'm a hot mess. Why is this a surprise to anyone?
We work with what we got.
The compression garment I was going to put on works best when I'm putting it over pads. It's a little bit bigger. But since I'm doing the compression garment first and the pads over it, I'm going to do the one that I wore in, which is a bit closer to my body. And I just think it provides better support. I also really like this garment. So if you're looking for a garment for recovery or
Oh, by the way, if you'd like to buy this thing,
just for at-home compression, I will link this one. Especially for tall, because this one is the only one that's really worked for me in terms of comfort with height, that also has the suspenders for the girdle and like the back portion.
kind of makes sense that you would want to wrap it over a compression garment because you're supposed to be wearing the compression garment anyway, Anna. Oh, I guess she was getting massaged, so. But also, it just... No, did Jordan? I don't think Jordan wore compression garments when they got their legs wrapped. I think they just got their legs wrapped. So, but it seems in my limited knowledge, it seems it would be better to do it over the fabric anyway, because it would be more comfortable. I don't know. Also, if the goal is to squish everything, this would already start the squishing process, right?
Now, Leah actually cut this foam specifically for me. So if you have a really, really good person, they'll also know how to cut foam custom.
I'm sure that's an entire semester's worth of a class there.
And
That was a process.
yeah, it was a process, but you know what? We grew from it. Look at us. First off, give me a hug.
No wonder why that's so uncomfortable. She's got a compression garment on. She's got at least an inch worth of wrapping and foam. And then she's got another, I'm guessing, compression style garment on top of that. That has to be uncomfortable. That has to be the most uncomfortable thing ever. Basically, you're walking around with pillows wrapped around your legs. Really tight, restrictive pillows. I can see how that might be really uncomfortable.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
You're so welcome.
I hope you guys learned a lot about manual lymphatic drainage and a little decongestive therapy.
Okay.
And if you're looking for someone to help you with this, I hope you learned some insight into how to do that.
I would say I learned how to find somebody who should know how to do those things. Leah did a good job of explaining that, but did I learn anything about the actual process? I don't feel like I know anything more about it than I did before I watched this video. As a matter of fact, I'm even more confused. So I don't know, maybe I'm just dense. It's entirely possible. It's late. I'm tired. But I okay. Leah said some very wooey shit that I didn't appreciate. I don't know. I know that when Mama Goob watched this, Mama Goob was not happy with some of the stuff that was being said, and I know Colin's deeper dive on her is not a glowing review. Let me put it that way. So, there you have it. Are we surprised that Anna's partaking in this? No, because here's the thing. Anna doesn't promote somebody unless she's getting something out of it. That's just the end and the out of it, right? She's getting some kind of kickback from Dr. Amron for being being one of his ambassadors. She's getting some kind of kickback from Leah for doing this infomercial, because that's what this was. It was an infomercial for Leah. And because there's even a point where Anna says, if you're in the Austin area, use this person. That's Anna endorsing this. So she's getting something for that. You will not convince me otherwise. And I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I've never had to have lymphatic drainage, massage, that kind of a thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty skeptical about it. I know more than one person has written in my comment section that not only have they had it, there's people in there that say that they do it. And I don't know, I'm just very skeptical of it. I'm not as bad with it as I am with chiropractic, but I am kind of skeptical of it. But that's me. So let me let her finish, and then we'll have last thoughts.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. Just so you guys know, if you are in Austin and you want to have a session with Leah, we have a link to her down below. It's a line massage. Highly recommend them. They were highly recommended to me, and I have no regrets. It's been honestly one of the best parts of this journey is meeting you. It sounds so cheesy, but it's true. It's 100%
I love
true.
cheese.
I know.
Dip.
Yeah, double dip.
Finn. All right, final thoughts. In the video, Leah seems like a very personable person. She seems reasonable. Like, she speaks like a reasonable person. She seems to be knowledgeable about the thing that she does. That's fine. So I guess in that aspect, I would say she talks a good story. Like I said, if you're gonna go get a service done, you should research them, find out what the reviews are like, all that good stuff. Don't just blindly walk into somebody's office and be like, treat me. But with Anna recommending Leah, though, it is kind of encouraging people to do that, right? It's almost as if Anna has used this video to vet this person for you, the viewer, so that you don't have to do that. Now you have this glowing recommendation from Anna, the Lymphedema warrioress, and so you don't need to vet her now, right? You could just make an appointment to go see her now because Anna has already vetted her for you, right? So that's what we talk about when we're talking about commodification, and we're specific, and I tie it back to obesity because whether Anna wants to admit it or not, these problems do stem from her obesity. And so, and Anna's whole brand, even up to and after this lymphedema story, is her living in a larger body bullshit. And to the point where people have been commenting on how much weight she's gained since her last surgery. And she's even come out and said that she's going to go back on Wegovy for other reasons, but the reason she's going back on it is because she's gaining weight. And she was supposed to have all 4 surgeries very quickly, one after the other. And I think she was supposed to have 6 to begin with. And then it got cut down to 4. She had the first two. The third one has been moved. It should have been this year, but it's been moved to January. So I think all 4 of them were supposed to occur this year, and now the last 2 have been moved to next year. So what that tells me is Anna's weight gain has either made her too large for even Dr. Amron to safely operate on, or because of her weight gain, no one can see the difference that Dr. Amron's liposuction has made in Anna's physique. And so he wants her to lose weight in order to show that, right? I know Anna said that she's going on it for the anti-inflammation properties of it, but Anna wasn't on Wegovy originally for inflammation, because Anna was taking Wegovy before that was a known side effect. So Anna was on Wegovy for weight loss. And so Anna's back on Wegovy for weight loss. Okay. Yeah, but that's what we're talking about, like the commodification of obesity here. Anna is using herself, an obese woman, as the selling point, the model of these services. She's modeling these services. She showed us the massage, she's talked up the doctor, she's even linking the doctor, she gave her a glowing review on camera. It's that kind of stuff. And Anna's doing this for a kickback, and she's also doing this because her audience, she's trying to sell it to her audience. She's not just trying to sell Leah and Leah's services, she's trying to sell her lipedema story to her audience. Her audience is not buying it. Not everybody. There are some people who are, and Anna highly curates her comment section. I cannot emphasize that enough. Again, her comment section, she's allowed to do it. Whatever. But when you do that kind of a thing, people think it looks suspicious, right? Especially since Anna does not interact with her comment section. To the point where, in the last video that I did, and this goes to how Anna curates, she deletes things. Like when something isn't serving Anna's story or Anna's narrative any longer, she deletes it. So in the last video, there was a comment that Colin had read in his video, which predated my video. And in that comment, or on that comment, there were 4 replies, three or 4 replies. The first 2 replies Anna had liked. She didn't like the comment, she liked the replies. And that Colin got a screenshot of that. I don't think he knew he was doing that, but he got a screenshot of the comment to begin with. And in that screenshot, Anna had liked both of those comments, both of those replies. When I went back again to look at the comment, because I wanted my own screenshot, when I went and got a screenshot, Anna had removed her likes from those 2 replies. But we know she liked it at one point because we got a screenshot of it. So this is how Anna curates, right? But she's hoping, since she hardly ever interacts with her audience to begin with, she's probably hoping no one noticed or that we will conveniently forget. But we have visual evidence that Anna liked those comments. Why did she remove her like of it? I don't know, because they were defending her to the original commenter, right? What was that on? Was that on a... That was on a short, wasn't it? Okay, and now when I go back to Anna's comment section on that video, it's not there. The comment itself is gone. So Anna went from removing her support for the 2 people who were supporting her to just flat out deleting the comment altogether. But that's what I'm talking about. That's how much Anna curates. And by doing that, she has removed someone who literally just asked, when will you see the difference? It wasn't even a negative comment. It was a genuine question about, you can't see a difference in Anna pre and post surgery, other than she looks like she's gained weight. All right. So, and I just went through the comments, and there are some really negative comments on there. And I guess maybe she just hasn't gotten around to deleting them yet. But, or does she not care anymore because that particular short is several days old now? I just think that's it's just an interesting series of events that demonstrate pretty clearly how Anna tries to curate her online image and control her online narrative, to the point where she finally interacts with 2 of her audience members, then she withdraws the likes of their comments, and then she just deletes the parent comment altogether. So it's not even on here anymore. So, and it really wasn't a nasty comment. It really wasn't a negative comment. But there you go. Maybe she did it because it was questioning if you could see the difference between, but there was still a handful of comments on there that were like, you can't see a difference. Where's the difference? Where's the beef? Kind of a thing. So I don't know why that comment in particular got under her skin enough for her to delete it, but she did. I think my thoughts are pretty clear on what I think of the lymphatic thing and and Lee in general. She seems like a nice person and to talk to. I'm just not sure how much of this stuff I buy. That's a personal thing. Y'all can come for me if you want. But I'm a show me person, and I'm not seeing it. So there's that as well. Because let's be honest, even with this treatment, Anna's legs don't look different. Jordan's did, but that was after months, probably even a year of treatment, just using the wrappings and the lymphatic massage. And when we saw Jordan getting a lymphatic massage, that person was pushing a lot harder. So obviously this is a case-by-case basis, or maybe that person was using a different clinical line of thinking than Leah uses here. So again, I'm a show me person. So there's my thoughts on that. Anna going out of her way to promote Leah is definitely commodification. And again, even going into her, I'm surprised she didn't tell us where she got the wrappings from, to be perfectly honest. But she even mentions how she's going to link her her support garment down in the comment section, or down in her description. Anna can't do anything without selling something. She's got to sell the stuff she's wearing. She's got to sell the doctors she's going to. She's got to sell the treatment she's got. She's got to sell the disease that she's got. That's how Anna works. And it's got mixed reviews with her audience as far as comments are concerned. And there you have it. It just means she's got to work harder to sell the story, which she's gone kind of dark since her last surgery. Like, she's posted a bunch of shorts, but you can tell that they're either pre-recorded or they're older, I guess I should say. And then there's this video, which is clearly made up of older video, because again, Anna tie-dyed her wrappings. She tie-dyed them pink and blue. And so those wrappings that she was having put on her by Leah there were the wrappings pre-tie-dyeing. So that tells you how old the video is. Also, there's a short of Leah wrapping her legs. So, and that was, again, maybe a month ago at this point. So, again, if Anna would just fucking put dates on things, people wouldn't be so concerned about the timeline, because the timeline doesn't make sense. And it confuses people. And that's when, and people don't like being confused, and they don't like vacuums, and so they start filling in the gaps, and that's when we start getting wacky theories and conspiracies and that kind of shit. And it could be nipped in the bud if Anna would just put dates on things, actual dates on things. Anyway, if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and put I was going to say a rose down in the comments section. I think I'm going to stick with it. put a rose in the comments section because it just popped into my head. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you wanna defend MLD to me, that's fine. I don't think it's complete bullpucky. I just think what Leah's talking about really skirts that really walks that line, real fine line there. So I know I've said 2 things that are going to piss off about at least a third of you. So there's that. And yeah, but the rest of it, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I will say this, I haven't had to say this for a while, but I feel like I need to start saying it again. Please be nice to each other in the comments section. And yeah, that's all I've got. So again, leave a rose, leave a comment. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Or you can hit the thumbs down button. It's fine. The algorithm doesn't care. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye!
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.